Cricket Captain 2024, Episode 4, and the end of Season number 2. The form, well, it depends where you want to look at the moment. Test match, I feel like we're a reasonable team. We are defending joint Test World Champions after all. ODI form is very, very good. We had 6 wins on the bounce until we recently lost. But T20s is where it hurts the most because there was 5 losses on the trot, 4 losses on the trot down here, and they were all against Ireland. But in the ELO ratings, we are still number 1 in the world in ODI cricket by a substantial difference from Bangladesh. In T20s, this is where the embarrassment stick comes out because we keep losing. So we keep going down. We're actually ranked 13th on the ELO rating scale, and in test matches, we're number 2 just behind India. But that could all change. Because today we've got 2 test matches against India. An ODI series, a T20 series of 5 games. 5 T20s at home against West Indies, because we do 1 episode away, 1 episode at home. And then we've got the T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka. So huge consequences for us today. It's all about this, West Indies rebuilding with a capital E in the middle. That we've won the Test World Championships, we've won the Champions Trophy. But the T20 World Cup is something we are playing for today. Another achievement. We are 2 out of 7. Now, we do currently have Riley Reckleton in the squad, who, in real life, I think is a fantastic player. On this game, he hasn't been that good for us. He's out injured, so he's going to drop from the test team. And I wonder if we need to have a look at this guy whose name I apologize, Viljoen. He averaged 68 last year, 77 in one-day cricket. His stats are incredible, and he's 24 years old. So, welcome to the team. Also, I've got my eyes on you, Swanepoel. Averages 29 with about 23 with the ball. Now, playing away, you're just always wondering what pitch you're going to get. Here we get good weather. We get something that's probably going to spin a little bit later on. And it could be a difficult one this year because it's telling us to pick, and according to Google, Viljoen. Okay, so it means dropping Varane, who has been incredible for us this year. Average 50, 28 years old. I'm not quite going to do it just yet. Bowling attack, I think it's going to remain the same. I do think it's probably a good idea to look at moving on from Ngidi. He's averaging 53 this year. Also age, 29. He's been around that long. I thought he was a little bit older than that. So we'll kind of revert back to the team that we've had playing the entire year. We're just under 5 stars. We've got to win the toss. Losing the toss in India with Jaiswal. Singh. Who's Singh? Why is he averaging 60 as well? With Jaiswal, this could be a battering. That could have been a damn sight worse. We got Jaiswal for 132 off 165. His 100 came off pretty much a runner ball before we started to peg it back a little bit, and he had a good partnership with Pant, who scored 79. The run rate was pretty epic from these guys, just as you would expect from India. But the peg back actually came from Forrester. There's definitely something there with the ball that sometimes when we throw it to him, he's very good. Maharaj, now 35 years old, 3 for 42 as well. Don't forget the job that he's done. But 345, can we find some order of parity knowing that we're going into the worst day to bat? And we're pretty much there, 3-4-3. And the decision to keep Varane in the team was a good one because he scored 61 off 46, smashing it with the back end of the order, which actually got rolled. Tristan Stubbs scores yet another 100. His form, I believe, is quite reasonable. Like, there's some decent stuff in there. You look at all formats. He's only 25 years old. We've got a talent on our hand. Forrester with a well-made 50 as well. There was points where I was worried. 2 for 24. I was like, oh, we've got a big problem here. This is West Indies all over again. Likewise, when Stubbs went and Doosan went, it left us the last 4 wickets. I was like, we're in trouble here. But 60 runs for the last wickets with Rabada adding 8 is amazing. 340 to win. They get 338. It's an annoying 338. They start well. Then we peg them back. Ngidi with 4, Maharaj Sorry, Ngidi with 3, Maharaj with 4. But partnerships at the end really hurt. They added on another 100 runs for the last 3 wickets. It's going to be 3-4-1 to win. The day's okay. The time is 3 and a bit sessions. That's probably enough. The wear and bounce are starting to come into play. We're also 2 down at the end of the day. The old adage of India are overpowered on the game takes place again. We're 4 for 35, 5 for 67, 6 for 95 here. Top order blown away. This guy, slow left armour, 4 for 75, 1-0 down. Rabada, I've got to say, is sneakily underpowered on the game. In real life, incredible player. One of the greatest strike rates in the history of Test cricket. Yes, he plays his games in South Africa, but still, it should be better than this. 390 is not the worst score in the world, but there is a reoccurring theme against this India team, and that is that we lose wickets early. 4 for 60, and it was Kuldeep Yadav called into the game. Poor bloke that took 6 for in the last game. Well, he's not needed. But we got huge partnerships. Forrester, Van der Dusen and Varane, 86, 124 and 90. Really good effort. 2-century, back-to-back partnerships. Give us a platform. Got to get Jaiswal out somehow. We're taking a lead here, 203 all out. We almost get the opportunity to enforce the follow-on, but some good runs from S. Jaiswal of the Suraj variety and Suyash Sharma. They put on 20, 40, or 33 at the end. We get 5 from Rabada. He listened. I'm not underpowered, bro. But gives us a great lead. The seamer's got it done, and it's a spinner's deck, which is quite interesting. But I'd be happy with 200 here. Take it up to a 387 lead. Okay, we're looking in a good position here. 304 for 3 so far, going into the end of day 3. Stubbs with 100. Markram 144, not out. Does need noting that Aiden Markram is in the most incredible form. This is his stats before this episode, averaging over 40 in every single format. But before this episode, look, he scored a test match century against Pakistan. Next innings, an ODI century against Pakistan. Next innings, an ODI century against Pakistan. A couple of fails before scoring a T20 century. So in the course of 6 innings, he scored 4 centuries across 3 different formats. What a player. Now the plan is to bat probably one more session, because we've seen on this game how hard Test World Championship final, where they put on like 300 for none. Okay, we just tried to smash it. It didn't quite work out. We got a bit from Van der Dusen at a run of ball, 15 off 7 from Janssen, but 577 to win on an average pitch with a turning pitch. And predictor, surely we can split the series here. We've got them 199 for 4 going into day 5. They need a lot to win, and it's all on the hands of Rinku Singh. But we only need 6 wickets. The pitch is now broken down to sharp turn as well. In the very first over. Would the real Maharaj please stand up? Yeah, okay, I'm already here, mate. I've been here for the last 4 episodes, thank you. And he gets another big one. Sarfaraz Khan is on his way back. 203 for 6. Done it. 356 runs. We have absolutely pummeled India. 4 for Maharaj, 3 for Forrester. We roll through them like there's no tomorrow. Markram man of the match. Split the series. World ratings, 108 points still. I was hoping we might gain a little bit of traction from that result. But we have put in a decent performance. This is an issue. Van Tonder only averaged 7 and De Souza averaged 24. Now, they've both been good players for us, so I can't jump the boat, but I have got this feeling that they're not good enough for the top level. Also, not the worst result in terms of Test World Championship. If you can hover at 50% for quite a while and then get a good run of games, you're going to be all right. Riley Rickleton is out injured still, so he's going. Also, Norkia is going as well. We are making a couple of changes. Verlion, I had to go and Google his name again, how to say it. He's coming into the lineup. Big bad Ethan Bosch, 27 years old, 26 average. I like that. And Swanepoel is coming into the squad. Doesn't mean they're going to play, but it's like a safety net. They come in, I've got them in the squad. I don't forget about them. What do we get? We get a good batting deck. Now, so far this year, in Giddy, 9 games has averaged 42 and gone it over sixes. He was a lot better last year. We have started to use Forrester as a genuine bowler, and it wants us to play Duplessis. I think with moving Swanepoel in, I am going to play Courtesy. We can keep Villian on the bench for now. Still not sure about the balance of the team. Feels a little bit bowler heavy, not quite enough bats, but hopefully we're going to make use of a bit of sunshine. I told you the kid could bat. Jean Duplessis, I think I've been calling him John for a couple of episodes. You will tell me in the comments. I've just recorded this in advance, that's all. He's like, the pain is coming. Why do you always get it wrong? He bats brilliantly. Maiden ODI century for him. He's 27 as well, so we're not going to get that much time from him. Slightly disappointing towards the end. With Jansen and Swanepoel, I was kind of hoping we get a little bit more back towards the end. But 2-7-2, probably advantage India. Yeah, lose by 3 wickets. It wasn't going to be enough. They bat quite well here. Rinku Singh with a 64. Shubman Gill with 52. I want to say Navjot Sidhu, but we're rolling back the years. Too many years if we do that. Courtesy went to 8.89 as well. That was a major concern for us. So, possibility we lose our first ODI series here. We do make the change. Villian comes in at 7. Forrester is going to pick up full-time bowling responsibility roles. It's a gamble, particularly if they get away well. But we're batting first. 288, it's a better score. Jean Duplessis. Dudu, he's a Dudu now. 93 off 101. Stubbs with 50 opening the bat. Klassen and Forrester bat really well as well. Good knock. There's a bit in it for the spinners. Yep, series is gone. We lose by 5 wickets. Forrester bowled well. Okay, I'm going to take a positive, but they just bat better than we bowl. We're 2-0 down against India. What do you expect? The way you win the ODI World Cup? Well, you avoid them and hope someone turns them over. What we actually need with the ball is some more wickets up top. Well, we've improved with the bat every single game. 71 from Markham, 52 from Clausen, 78 from Forrester. This kid can do it all. And Vision with 33 off 22. First time he's batted in ODI cricket. So great score for us, but it is a better batting dick. We do pick up a win. Weight of runs was this. It was much harder for them to chase. We also got a time. It says interruptions done. There was a sprinkling of rain in the game in this innings. It didn't reduce anything down, but it did mean they went off pretty well. We got sprinkling of rain and we were just able to pull it back a little bit. Maharaj going at 3.4. So we go down to India 3-0. But we do get the rise of Forrester and Duplessis. Klassen still looks class. Stubbs, Vijoin was okay. Van der Dusen was pretty poor. I think the biggest takeout, though, is Swanepoel in those losses and that win went at 5.14 and over. I think that's really, really talented. So he is going to be part of our setup going forward. It does hurt this. It's everyone try and catch India regardless of the format. The T20 form, though, is not strong whatsoever. We are going to try something slightly different, I think. So Bretzka's come in and opening the bat and has done a decent job. Van der Dusen, slight concern, 36 years old and on a downturn. Stubbs is class. Jean Duplessis is coming in. He's coming of age. Clarkson's going to remain because he's a good player. Forrester at 7, Jansen 8. Swanepoel comes in with the ball. It means guys like Wian Mulder and Kurtzia, they stay on the bench. I think it is okay, but I am worried about Forrester as that 5th bowler. That's a common theme. No words. Lose by 7 wickets. They are words. But this happened. We were 4 for 31, and it was Jangra. Left arm medium. You feel robbed when a left arm medium rips through you. But that is exactly what he did. He just ran through us, and there was nothing we could do. Duplessis scored some runs, which was good to see on debut. Klassen with a couple, but T20 World Cup is not looking our strongest format. That's a better score. 173 for 3. 59 from Markram. He steadies the ship for a 134 strike rate. We get a good knock from Van der Dusen, who scores at 131. But then at the end, Duplessis went crazy in the final over. 4-6, 4-4. A couple of played and missed in there, but it's given us a better score. Still managed to lose. Jaiswal with 51 off 30. Their strike rates are just a different level, and Wadira with almost over a 200 run strike rate. Swanepoel went at 12s as well. So that change, I'm going to stick with it, but that change has not been a good one for us yet. Maharaj with a 6.91 economy rate is just absolutely next level. Good to see Van der Dusen score some runs as well. He was due. Stubbs has only got a 116 strike rate at the moment. Same with Forrester with a 114 strike rate. That's this calendar year, and that's 15 games. So you can see why we're struggling, because I think we looked before. Bowling generally has been okay regardless of format. Okay, 3-0 down, series gone. 157, more of the same. Pretty poor. Duplessis scored at less than a runner ball. Stubbs just over a runner ball. There's not good stuff in there. The thing is, if I bat any more aggressive, they just get out. It's a horrible position to find ourselves in with the bat time and time again. Oh, we've got a hat-trick. Swanepoel has gone through Singh, Wadira and Sindhu. Take a bow. First one of the series. We needed that. That is a different kettle of fish. I'll tell you what was different about this. We got wickets in the power play. Regardless of runs, those first 3 overs, we got wickets. And I'm going to tell you what I did, and I'm going to show you what I did. Well, I can't show you. What I did was, instead of having the standard 2-bar aggression, I went with 5-bar aggression and put fielders round the bat, and it worked. So, assumably, any mistake was capitalised on. And it worked for the first couple of overs. We've got 4 down in the power play. They still managed to get 192 after Wadira, who is amazing on this game, scores 175 strike rate. Maharaj, Forrester and Swanepoel go around the park. I wonder if you left it on full aggression for a whole game, what would happen? Not bad. We lose by 15. Just, even though we're trying to bat aggressive, we don't get a lot of aggression out of them. We lose the series 4-1. We give ourselves a great chance of going into the next series, but I am going to do a little bit more experimenting. Also, a couple of changes. Forrester and Swanepoel have got a little bit of time on their side age-wise, particularly Forrester, who is 25. I'm just going to see if we can get a bit of defensive one-day bowling in on him. It's actually telling us to drop Rabada, who is, in fairness, in horrendous form and gone at 9.01 and over. So we've got 5 games to try and work this out to nail down our team for the World Cup. This Van der Dusen Stubbs thing isn't working, so I'm going to make a big sweeping change. Jones going to come in to bat at 4, Van der Dusen out. He's been one of the most consistent players, but this year he has been extremely, extremely poor. 177 may seem good, but when you look at the scorecard, you go, what the hell just happened? Everyone fell away. Clausen batting way too low. I haven't quite got the order nailed down. Also, Vijoen 31 off 32, bro. Okay, so I've done this for a few games, this aggression. It's 3 overs. You get 3 overs that work well, and then carnage happens. We're going to take a win. I'm going to enjoy that. But yeah, you get 3 overs of ultra aggression that work, and then you need to peg it back. But even with that, that's a little bit of a game changer for us. I'm struggling to know where to bat Tristan Stubbs. I genuinely am. It's not working wherever I put him in the order at the moment. His strike rate is incredibly low. Vijoen shouldn't be there, so something like that. Useless, 136 all out. This lineup is terrible. Okay, we went for 6 overs of aggression because we haven't got a very big score. Because if we get them a few wickets down, we give ourselves the best chance of winning. We've got them 51 for 4 after 6, and we win. How have we done that? We've defended 136. Forrester and Swanepoel, fantastic. Change of role. I brought Maharaj on in over 7, and that, it's not always going to be the same, but that definitely worked better for us. Now I'm doing this. I feel like Stubbs should be 3 because he's aggressive. He's very aggressive, and he's a great player. But now I'm just doubting everything. I'm moving Clausen up to 4, Duplessis up to 3, Stubbs to 6. I really don't know. 160? Stubbs gives us 15 off 12 at the end. What is going on there? Duplessis, pretty good. 127 strike rate, batting at number 3. I'm going to take that. Literally, this is OP, I feel. Even though we're not winning many games, wicket first ball. We've won again. We've defended another score. 160 we defend this time. We get wickets here. But Maharaj and Forrester didn't take a wicket, but he had a couple of tied overs before the end. Swanepoel gets 2 in and over, but Maharaj 4 has gone into that role and looks pretty good. We've won a series of T20 cricket. It's going to do wonders for our ELO rating. Still not happy with the batting lineup. I can't believe I can't get the most out of Tristan Stubbs. I can, but I still can't believe it. Lose by 6 wickets. It didn't work there. They were 1 for 27, but Ford Pooran too strong. Maybe it's a tactic that doesn't work. Maybe we're just playing against a bad team and performing to our level. But first ball of the innings, gone. In fact, a couple of boundaries, and then he's got another one. Ford. He's not just a call maker, he's on his way back. Courtesy with his very first ball. We've got them 9 for 3. Okay, we've got them 37 for 5. I'm not going to change. This is just testing before we get to the T20 competition. I'm keeping the aggression on. Hat-trick. Maharaj has got 9, 10, Jack, Campbell gone. Hat-trick. We've bowled them out for 117. The only time we changed was to Beckford, who got in with the spinner. And I backed off the aggression, but is there something in it? Win by 6 wickets. We win the series 4-1, which is good. We should expect to win. Markram with a hell of an average. Also good strike rate, 160. But then look at the strike rates. Our Stubbs with 146. It's not the worst. I'll take that in a series, but Duplessis, Bretzker, Klaasen, very, very poor. Ferreira as well, only 28 runs, didn't have to do a lot, but 254 strike rate. I quite like that. But with the ball, economy rates were good, strike rates were good, wickets were good. World ratings, well, it doesn't really change. T20 World Cup time. Who have we got? We've got Kenya, USA, Ireland, Australia. I hate these groups. They're so hard to get out of sometimes. The T20 form guide is starting to look a little better. We've had 10 games of it, but a win against India. We've won 4 of the last 6, which is quite reasonable. So this is every bowler that we've got in T20 cricket, and you'll see Maharaj's economy rate and strike rate is on another level. We also had great strike rate from Wian Mulder, which is something we may go back to. Swanepoel is in the highly expensive medium strike rate tier. Forrester is better than Norkia, but quite poor. It's the economy rate that is concern across all of that, because if we take Maharaj out of it, we've got a big issue. And then I just wanted to look at the position stats of where people are bowling. And Swanepoel here, this line, since we've moved him to bowling in the 5 hole, he's got a strike rate of 10, economy rate of 5.87. So I feel like that's a good move. So at number 3, if we're looking at just bowling average, Maharaj has got an incredible average bowling at number 3. He's got the best average bowling at every single position. But Swanepoel at 5, his average drastically comes down. His average when he's bowling in the 4 hole is huge. Forrester's better in the 5 hole as well. I believe there's something built in, and you've got to find the right bowling position for players. If you bowl them too high, as in too soon, then you don't get the best out of them. I could be wrong, but I feel like it is something baked in. Then the big gap in our team, I feel, is this 3-4 hole, getting those guys nailed down. And just looking at those across the past 2 years, what's been working well? Well, if we look in terms of average, Henrik Klaasen has averaged 38 in those roles with a 144 strike rate. Duplessis has averaged 28 with a 120, which is probably as good as anyone else. Klaasen all been at number 4. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go with Stubbs at 5, Forrester 6, Ferreira 7, Janssen, Swanepoel, Maharaj, Coetzee. Bretzker's on a bit of a downturn. He actually is in quite horrendous form in this competition, but it's 150 strike rate. There's just a lot to like about it. Here we go. 142. Oh, it amazes me how often we're bowled out. Tristan Stubbs gives us 47 off 167. Without him, we were really struggling. Markram's great as well. It's just everyone else in this lineup. We desperately need some wickets. But we have got good conditions. And we've got our new tactic. Isn't that right? Marco Jansen in the first over. It amazes me how many wickets we get caught in the deep as well. This game is intense. And it's taken me forever to play. But they're 136 for 9. Sterling has just gone for 75 off 42. Other than him, when he got in, we've kept the aggression on and we're picking up wickets. And Swanepoel has done it. We have beat them by 5 wickets. We've bowled them out. This tactic, there is something to it. Swanepoel 4 for 7. Ultra aggressive with 3 slips in. Net run rate struggles. This is the biggie. Can we beat Australia? They actually popped down to a 4-star rated team. Our batting is dreadful. I'm going to keep saying it because it keeps happening. Stubbs with the best 33, but everyone else so poor. So poor. Jansen, after getting smashed for 6, gets head in the very first over. He also gets Cameron Green next ball. Who's by 5 wickets. We gave it a pretty decent run actually, but Nguyen, I've never seen him play. I assume he's a real player, but never seen him play. So he knocks them off. That's a bad defeat. Puts us behind Ireland. Kenya. Come on, batting lineup. Don't go losing to Kenya. It's obviously just not working out whatsoever. However, Stubbs has found a role there, but we're just not great. 168. Oh my days. It should have been so much more. Du Plessis was good for 148 strike rate. And then nothing else. And then we got blown away at the end. We couldn't score any runs. We don't lose to Kenya. We bowled them out for 105. We kept the aggression on throughout. They had a couple of guys who got in, but nothing major. Maharaj with 3. Went at 11s, but 3 wickets. 3 wickets is game changing. We're still behind Ireland. We've basically got to win every single game. There's 1 game left. We've got to smash USA. We're behind Ireland. Oh, this is a problem. We're behind Ireland, who are playing Australia. If they beat Australia or have a close game, we're in the mire. We've got to thrash. We've got to thrash. There's nothing thrashing about our batting. We're going to bowl first. We haven't got a choice. We're going to be aggressive. 140. It's not a bad score. Rai scored 46 off 22. Other than that, they struggled throughout, but he did bat really, really well. Good bowling. Swanepoel, Forrester, Maharaj was great. Jansen went at quite a lick, so it's making me nervous. We've got to knock off 140 or we're out. Win by 9 wickets, and we do it quite fast for us. Du Plessis 57 off 40 bats well. Markram 81 off 46 bats. Very fast. We thrashed them. Australia beat Ireland. They can't knock off 234. What a score that is. So we make it through Ian Smith by the barest of by 2 points and about 0.3 on the run rate. So not the barest of margins. Get over yourself. But Super 8's time. West Indies, England, Pakistan. So looking at stuff in the World Cup, Coetzee and Jansen, both expensive. Is their strike rate all that? Because I've found some games they actually haven't quite picked up the wickets. I hope they would. Strike rates are 14 and 13. That's pretty good. Then with the bat, where's our strike rate down the side? 28. 103 from Clarkson is dreadful. Forrester with 88 is dreadful as well. Can we beat England? We've got to get past Edelvlath. Sounds like an old king of England. Jacob Bethel batting at 8 as well. What's that? Can it work against these guys? We bowled them out for 116. This is good. Swanepoel 4 for 9 at 3.6. Forrester 3 for 14 at 3.5. 4-5 holes are working for us. Just got to go at 5.6. We do it. 120 for 4 in the end. I was worried. 4 for 50. I was worried Bretska bats well for a 200 strike rate. But Stubbs and Forrester, I don't care about strike rate there, bro. I just want to get across the line. West Indies. Beat them 4-1 before. This would be an upset if we went and lost. Upset. We're the worst T20 team the world's probably ever seen over the last couple of years. It'll be an upset. Oh, this lineup is so frustrating. Look at it. 111 all out. Ashmead Ned. What a legend he was in our series. We've been rolled. Marco Jansen, first ball, fighting back for the Saffers. Lose by 6 wickets in 11 overs. That is going to absolutely mess things up. Oh, it's not worked. They get 224. And we get out first ball with our best player, Aiden Markram. Lose by 86. And we are out of the World Cup, bottom of Group 2 after beating England. And unfortunately, we end up in the same old position where India beat West Indies in a super over, 162, plays 162, and West Indies couldn't knock off 8 in an over. They lose 2 wickets. Oh, that's dreadful. And then they beat Afghanistan in the final. So it was a frustrating World Cup for us. Close, no cigars. But that will do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. We are finishing a T20 heavy episode with a 7th in the world. We had some good moments. We found a couple of things that worked quite well for us. 3rd in the world in one days and 5th in the world in test matches. We're better than a 5th rated team. Aiden Markram retains his number 2 slot in ODI and T20 cricket in the world. Maharaj, number 1 test bowler in the world. Number 1 one-day bowler in the world. And number 3 T20 bowler. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you back for season number 3. We start to build our ODI team for a World Cup. We'll see you soon.